Calling all podcasters, musicians, vloggers, and reporters, and everyone else who wants crystal clear recording that's super portable. The Shure Motive family of microphones makes studio-quality audio that's as simple as plug and play. Many of the world's top podcasters rely on Shure, and with a Motive line of iOS and USB microphones, portability is now your friend. Imagine being able to get great audio quickly and easily from your phone, tablet, or computer. Simply visit shure.com/motive to start getting great audio for your content now. That's SHURE.com/MOTIV.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello. Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master, ones that feel authentic instead of salesy, strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Carol J. Dunlop, your online wild strategist and host for today's episode. I must say that technology gremlins have been after me all day, and I see it's happening to a couple other people. I know that my guest, Tracy, is on the line. Tracy, I wanted to apologize for not coming on sooner. I could not connect. I don't know what happened. The gremlins were just stopping me. So now I am here. And hopefully, Tracy, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am. How are you, Carol?
Great. Oh, okay. I'm taking a deep breath right now. Let me woosah.
That's right. It's all good. It's all good.
It is all good. It's all good and live and everything. I was like frantically behind the scenes trying to dial in, and it kept saying, we're having issues. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't have issues right now. I'm trying to get on here.
Isn't that how it always is, though? It's like you got to, you're like, okay, let me calm it down. Let me take a deep breath.
Right. Yes,
because it all works
definitely. Out. It does all work out, and I saw you were on there, and I was trying to get there, but I was like, she knows. She's been around the block more than once, and live stuff is just live stuff. I was trying to do a Facebook Live earlier because one of my clients wanted to know how to do Facebook Lives, and she couldn't figure out what the buttons were, what was going on, and I was like, look, I'll just do a training on my page because I do one every Friday at 11:30 anyway. How about connected? Couldn't even get on there. Couldn't do it. Had to come off.
No.
Take all my branding stuff off because I do it through another software that goes to Facebook, and just come on plain and said, hey, I'm going to be back on a little bit. So it was supposed to be at 12:30, and recorded everything, and now the recording won't work. I couldn't get back on. Couldn't get on here, and in the meantime, I know this is kind of beside the point, but this has like a mindset thing. It has a lesson in it, everyone. Just listen for a second. So then another one of my colleagues had gone live, and I was trying to, listen to it while I was doing the recording and while I was finishing up the recording. And she kept cutting out like every 30 seconds. I was like, Lord, it's not me. It's not me. It's her. And she came back on. So the tech gremlins are everywhere. But now they're gone. We are live. And Tracy, how are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
Well, I'm awesome now that I can talk to you because I was really looking forward to our time together. And I was like, nothing is going to stop this thing. So
me too.
Everyone knows out there who has listened to this regular for a year now. I've been on for a whole year. I just kind of go with the flow. I talk about it in my book, Unmarket Your Business, how you when you run a live podcast, a live internet radio show, you just have to go with the flow because you never know what's going to happen. You just keep rolling, and like you say, it will all work out. So, Tracy, without any further ado, I know I've kind of started talking to you without even introducing you, but I want you to tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get into our content about the one belief every female entrepreneur must master for success, because I'm ready to get into that.
Well, thank you so much, Carol. First off, I feel so privileged and honored to be here and with your audience, and hello to everyone. I'm Tracy Neely. I'm an intuitive healer and mindset coach, and I what it really comes down to is I help female entrepreneurs get out of their own way by mastering those things that have been keeping them from living the life that they desire and experiencing success in their business. You know, so my coaching business is a blend of intuitive mindset coaching and energy healing, which allows people to really get to the core of what's stopping them, what's blocking them, what's triggering them. Because once you're aware of what's going on, then you can have a plan to let it go. Because in the end, it all works out.
It does, indeed. It all works out no matter if you are thinking that it will or it won't. It all works out to the better. And you never know. If you quit, you'll never know. But if you just keep going, you're just like, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I have found that out. And I want to let everyone know that Tracy really is intuitive, I'm telling you, because she has this, I don't know if it's a sixth or a seventh sense. There's some kind of sense that you have about how to calm things down and how to just read the situation and then act accordingly. So I don't know if you know that I've noticed, but I know that I have noticed that.
Thank you. Well, I'd be happy to share. You know, we all come into this world with gifts. Whether we're aware of them, whether we connect with them, you know, your gifts are your talents, your abilities, things that just come natural to you, and they become so natural to you sometimes that you don't even put any energy to it. So I've always had this gift, Carol, of knowing things without really knowing how I knew them. But, you know, as a young girl, I ignored this because I already felt awkward and didn't feel like I fit in, and the things I talked about and thought about were so different than what other kids were talking about. So I just ignored this gift. But thank goodness I had this epiphany one day that this gift wasn't given to me for just my purpose. It was given to me to share with others, and in particular, the women that I coach and I work with that are entrepreneurs.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you didn't ignore it. I'm glad you stayed true to who you are, and, you know, that's kind of what this whole thing is about, the podcast, about marketing in a way that's true to you and authentic to you, and, you know, not having to go any other way but the way that fits your life and what you do. So it all kind of works out.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, first of all, because you and I kind of hit the same audience. Why did you decide to work with women around mastering that mindset?
Well, the reason I decided to work with women, Carol, is because when I was younger, I lived in Chattanooga, but decided that I wanted to move to New York City because it had always been my dream. And I went to get my teeth cleaned, and what showed up was a spot on the x-ray. And it led to me being diagnosed with a very rare tumor in my jaw. And that led to many, many surgeries. And although I was able to come back from that and heal my body, the thing that I didn't work on was my mindset. And that was what kept me hiding out in my apartment for a year because I was afraid for people to look at me because my looks were so different than before the surgery. And so what I realized was that I wanted to help other people heal their bodies and also heal their mindset. And so I did that for many, many years as a coach. But what I realized was the mindset piece was the biggest thing that we were ignoring. So when I opened my business, what I felt like I could do was help other female entrepreneurs to get out of their own way, release those limiting beliefs, share their gifts in a way that really served and supported somebody else's highest good, and then they became successful doing it. So that's why I chose to really work with women, because I'm a woman, and not that men aren't good and cool and all that, but I just can relate to them because of the things that we think about, which, you know, if you were to like look at and study the body or the mind, women and men do think differently. And so that is what I connected to, because I want to just be true to me, regardless of what anybody else out there is doing. I'm like, I can relate to women, so that is who I love to serve and support.
I love that, and I love the fact that you are stating that, living that, doing that, because now there are certain, I guess, gurus and experts out there who say, hey, you're cutting off half the audience if you only go toward one set, either men or women. But I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? It doesn't make you any less or anything. It's just that if you know what you know, then someone else needs to hear it, see it, experience it. And if it happens to be women, fine. Because I'm pretty sure you don't turn away men, because some men probably are attracted to what you do and they need that stuff too. But,
not
not
at all.
Yeah, but for the most part, we're going to go to who wants us the most, who we relate to best. And I think that's really the only way we can really market our business authentically, truthfully, and seriously, and be successful with it. We have to go with what we know, and then, those people who are around the fringes are going to come in, but our core audience is what's going to carry us forth. And you mentioned something about mindset and how that's so important. It is totally important. I was just talking with another client of mine, and we were talking about why women as a whole, us included, me included, don't get out there and shine, allow our stuff to shine. I had a project that I wanted to put out, and immediately I'm feeling this, oh, am I worthy, or is this good enough, or can I showcase this, or will people see the value? And it's like you have to stand up there and say, yes, I am good enough. They will see the value, and whoever doesn't see the value is not for me.
Absolutely. It's like, as women, I mean, it's so awesome the work that you're doing, because I feel like you are putting a different face on marketing, and women and even men are able to see marketing from a very different viewpoint, right, than maybe what they thought it was like, or any preconceived beliefs or ideas or notions that they had around marketing. I love that you're showing people a different way to do it and be successful at doing it. And, we have to be our own best cheerleader.
Right.
All the time.
We do. Who's on team us?
Yes, you have to talk to your inner self like, okay, I get it. Your subconscious mind is feeling a little bit, feeling safe, and so that's why you're not putting yourself out there, not meaning you, but just we as women, right? Because what you experience is what every woman that I know, including me, has experienced more than one time. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the good thing is that you were able to talk to yourself, and then once you talk to yourself, you got to move into action, so you don't give your subconscious mind and the ego time to tell you all the reasons why you can't.
I know. And it's so easy to let that just sneak in there, because I know in this one project that I've just put out there, and that's really getting sponsors for this podcast. This podcast has been on for a year now, and we're now syndicated to 7 different platforms, which I think is awesome, including iHeartRadio and Spreaker and Stitcher. And thank you. I am so excited about that. And then, I attended this Sales and Sponsor Secrets seminar that Lori A. Mans had it was in the fall, in September. And I've been like, okay, I need to get some things together to get some sponsors. And I hadn't been doing it. And then I just sat down and I was like, I got to do this doggone thing. Because it's just too good not to get sponsors for it, because sponsors can help me take it to a whole new level rather than being in the trenches by myself and trying to go one person at a time. A sponsor and sponsorship dollars can actually help me bring it to the greatness that it needs to be, because I appreciate everything you said, and that's what I'm trying to do. Get marketing out there, start a new conversation around marketing. It's not like I go to a networking thing and how are you doing, here's my card. It's, hey, come on my podcast. Come share your information with the people that listen. The listenership is growing every single day, every single week, and then getting yourself out there so we help each other. So, but that was something that I almost stopped in my tracks and didn't do. Like,
Mm-hmm. And you know what,
Why?
though?
Why do we do that?
Here's the next step, right? So you could have allowed your mindset to show you all the ways that you couldn't do it. You decided to stand in your power, Carol, and make a choice and show yourself that you could do it. And then the next step is moving into action, because that is the biggest way to boost your confidence, because confidence is like a muscle, right? When we don't do things, we don't feel as confident. But the more that we step out there, even when it feels super uncomfortable, right, we build that confidence in ourselves. So I applaud you for just stepping out there.
And jumping out there scared, you know, like I said about my client today when I was going on live and stuff, and I did it really for her. I did a whole, you know, Facebook Live thing, recording and everything just for her, because I could have just one-on-one and say, hey, you know, let's do a session or whatever. But I knew so many more women needed to hear that, because I hear it all the time. How do I go live? I don't know how to do live. I'm scared to go live. I'm scared to do a Facebook Live. I'm just, what do I do? And it shouldn't be a scary thing. Have you seen that commercial about doing your taxes, and they have those things crawling out from under the bed and those dark shadows, and it's like, no, it's nothing to be scared of, no kerfuffle, just, you know, take a picture of your taxes and it's done. I thought that was the like neatest thing ever. It's just a way of, you know, like you said, standing in your truth, standing in your power, and saying you're going to do it, and doggone it, you're going to do it no matter what. I think that's what that mindset, you know, I know I'm good, I'm going to show that I'm good, and taking the action. Now I would ask you, Tracy, if there's one piece of advice you could share with some entrepreneurs, what would it be?
Oh, my gosh. I'm like, just one? Because I can share so much. But, yes.
It could be more than one.
Okay, so here is something that I feel like everyone can do. It doesn't require money. It only requires a few minutes of your time. And it's this preparation of dumping everything that's going on in your mindset in the very beginning of the morning, right? So a lot of times we go to bed with these thoughts, feelings, whatever, right? And so we go to bed with them. They, you know, they kind of sit in our stomach and our gut, you know, which I call the solar plexus chakra, because I deal in energy work. And it has a chance to manifest and grow and get bigger. By the time we wake up, some of us are already in worry mode the time we open our eyes. So here's what you get. So here's what you get to do. You get to get a notebook out. Doesn't have to be fancy, anything like that, or just some paper. And you ask yourself, what am I feeling? Because what you're doing is you're bringing your awareness to what is going on inside of you. And then what you do is you wait for the answer. When you get it, you say thank you. Because what you're doing is you're allowing that answer to be released in the space of love and compassion and non-judgment for yourself. And you keep writing the next thing that comes out. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? Believe it or not, this exercise has a profound effect on you being able to connect with your intuition, which is that part of you that always has your best truth in mind. And so you keep writing it out, because until you're aware of things, Carol, we can't really change anything. And so a lot of times we have these thoughts, these beliefs around our business, right? We're telling ourselves, it's hard to make money. I don't know how to market. I don't know who my client is. I don't know if my stuff is good enough. On and on and on and on and on. So what we want to do is we want to get all of that out so that you can make space for confidence to come in, for your self-esteem to rise, for you to see your unique talents and ability, for you to know that what you have to offer is amazing and is going to transform somebody else's life, their business, whatever it is. And so that is called kenosis. And that is how I ask people to start their day. You just keep saying, when stuff is brought to the surface, you write it down and you keep saying, thank you. What else? Thank you. What else? Until you feel this process has come to a place where you feel more spacious, you may feel lighter, and you feel calmer, and then you can really set the tone for what you want to experience or accomplish in that day.
Oh, I love that. That's that's really really powerful. I talked something about that, not the exercise, but in my book I
Mhm.
talk about it's 2 a.m. who's awake, and it talks about the 2 a.m. problem that that most women have, and most business women, entrepreneur women have. I mean, we all have the 2 a.m. problem. We all go to sleep with these things and wake up in the middle of the night like, oh my God. But
Mhm.
if you're looking at
Mhm.
your business and you look at your 2 a.m. problem, what's keeping you awake or what's waking you up? It's usually a
Mhm.
lot of the stuff that you're talking about, that non-worthiness or will I make enough money to sustain whatever? Or, should I quit my job and go full
Mhm.
time in this business? All these things that just bother us and wake us up in the middle of the night. And I give some good answers for that, or how you can kind of look at that. But I love this exercise because I think if you go through this exercise and write those things down, and then, like you said, say thank you, then you can go back not looking at them with a, oh my God, what am I going to do? But actually going and looking at them and saying, how can I accomplish this now? Can I do this myself or do I need help? Because I think
Yeah.
that a lot of us, don't look at how we can get help for something. It could be free help. It could be as much as, going on the internet and searching, or it could be hiring somebody. It could be making an investment in a program, but however it is, we have to get help for that, or we're going to keep those things will never go away. It will just keep being there and holding us down and dragging us, and we'll be just like carrying our load on our back and not being able to stand up straight, type of thing. I love that
Yes.
exercise. I'm gonna have to do that.
Oh, you're
Put a new
welcome.
swing on that
Yeah, and
mindset.
I'm
I
happy
like
to
that.
send it to you with all the steps. But it's really, if we just keep it simple, you just ask, what
Mhm.
am I feeling? Whatever comes to
Right.
mind, whatever that thought is, whatever that belief, whatever that is, write it down and just keep saying thank you, and more stuff will come and more stuff. Because when you're able to release all of the things that have just been clouding your mindset, you actually give God, the divine, the universe, the space to be able to pour into you so that you actually
Mhm.
start to see yourself differently, right? You notice your unique
Right.
abilities. You want to go out there and shine. You want to go out there and serve. You want to know that who you are and what you have to offer is amazing. And so you put a different space with people like you who you're working with on marketing. And so
Mhm.
it doesn't become
Right.
this thing that feels too big for them to handle, right? But mindset is
Exactly.
key. It is key to everything.
It sure is. It sure is. Now, I know we've been talking a lot about some different things, but what's one tip? One tip you can give to help entrepreneurs master their mindset?
Okay, so here it is. There are certain beliefs that we have been carrying with us since we were young, right? It's something that we saw a
Mhm.
parent do. It's something that we heard growing up from an adult. It could be a teacher, right? There's something that was
Mhm.
spoken on your life. There was somebody that told you something about who you are, and you decided to believe it. So here's what you get to do in this moment. You get to think about all the things you think about yourself, and you get to stand in your power and make a decision if you are going to believe it or if you are ready to believe something different so that you experience something different in your business and in your life.
Ooh. Wow. What do I believe about? I'm writing this down about myself. I think
Mhm.
that's the key. What do I believe about myself? Because I think as the role of women has changed so much in the last, I would say, even 10 years. It's changed a lot. Even though a
Yeah.
lot of us were already being breadwinners and going out and working, now we know that we can actually start businesses that are sustainable and profitable and successful and run the show. You don't have to have a
Mhm.
man or a group of people or anyone else. My husband tells me that all the time. You are awesome. You are wonderful. You can do this by yourself. You don't need to have people alongside you on your left and right to monitor you or whatever. You're awesome. So once I looked at that and started really believing that, and he's a great man, by the way, for saying that and helping me, and he's my biggest cheerleader. But sometimes I think we just don't believe that in ourselves. We know it, but we don't believe it, and we look to all these other people to help us. Can I do this? Can I
Yeah,
really? And they say, yeah, and then we do it,
absolutely. And you know what? And you're so right. And thank goodness that you do have someone, because I do feel like support is a beautiful thing, so you don't feel like you're on an island doing it all by yourself. But before anybody else can believe in you, we have to start believing in ourselves, because it doesn't matter how much support you get or who you hire. Those subconscious beliefs are always going to percolate up to the surface to make you start doubting yourself. So once you start believing, make a decision today that we are all going to believe something different about ourselves. And I'm going to give you an example, and I know we're probably ending this soon, but one of my beliefs from when I was very little, right? First of all, I had a belief that I was kind of strange and weird and kind of kooky and liked things, right? Because that's what I heard someone say about me all the time. You're just so strange. So I grew up withdrawing from people because I felt like I don't fit in.
Right.
And so I had to get rid of that belief about myself and say, even though someone said this about me, I'm choosing something different, right? So that's one thing. Second thing is, I had a belief around speaking in public, or even doing interviews or interviews like this on your podcast, right? So my subconscious mind wants to say, don't do it. I want to keep you safe, right? Meaning I want you to keep doing what you've been doing. Well, I made a decision that was not going to be my story anymore. So I'm asking everybody listening, what new story are you creating for your life? And what story are you willing to let go of that hasn't been serving you or your business?
Ooh, amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah.
You're speaking to me, I think, and to everyone else who is listening live, or if they're listening on demand and you happened upon this or you saw this come up in your feed and you're listening. I mean, this is some great stuff, Tracy. This is awesome. I totally love it, and I accept it, and I do believe it. Because I want to tell you, there's a funny story, and I know we're coming down to the end here. A funny story from my childhood. I remember my mother told me that one of her friends or something looked at me when I was real little, like 2 years old or something, and said, oh, that one's going to be something right there. You got to watch out for her because she's going to be something else. And I took it in a negative way. I don't know if he meant that or not, but I took it in a negative way, and I've always been the disruptor in life. But until recently, I figured out that being the disruptor was a great thing, because I can disrupt how, bad things are going and turning them to good. And like you said, put a new face on marketing so that it doesn't have to be scary. So that is my new story that I've rewritten for myself, that being a disruptor is not a bad thing. It's a great, awesome thing. And now I can share it with other people to show them that marketing isn't scary. So before we get out of here, tell us how we can get in touch with you and how people can get more of Tracy.
Well, awesome. Well, a couple ways. You can go to tracyneely.com, which is my website, and I would love to connect with you on Facebook. On my business page, if you just type in TracyLneely, you'll find me. Come connect with me. I do Facebook Live. I share a lot. I do energy healing. I'll do some intuitive mindset coaching and answer questions when people feel stuck around their business. But I would love to be able to connect with you to see what's really going on for you and what is the vision that you have for your business and for your life. So those are two of the ways. You can find me on Instagram under Tracy Neely as well. And, I'd love to be able to help and serve and support your community, Carol, in any way that I can.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and check in with us and share this amazing information. So we definitely want to have you back. I definitely want to have you back again and do some more stuff because I think you're awesome. So everyone, thanks for joining in. If you're listening live or if you're listening on demand, we truly, truly appreciate it. And we want you to have an awesome day, a super duper weekend. Change the story of your life for the better to make marketing successful for you. So tune in again next Thursday. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, Get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.
Now is the chance to use reliable energy to grow your money with the Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. Our new investment product offers competitive returns, no maintenance fees, and flexible online access to your money. Make the reliable investment in reliable energy. The Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. To find out more, go online to reliabilityinvestment.com. That's reliabilityinvestment.com.